Hey everyone, welcome back to chapter 20. Today we're talking about the conjugation of the verb fero, of fero, ferre, which is one of the most common verbs in Latin, but it's also irregular. So I'm going to take you through this. So the principal parts are fero, ferre, tuli, latum. I might be thinking, whoa, those look totally different, and they are. And so fero means to carry or bring or bear, like you bear the burden of something, like you carry it on your back. Okay, so fero, ferre, tuli, latum. Okay, so we're going to go through each tense of the indicative. So we're going to start with present. Okay, and I'm going to take you through present active first and then present passive. Okay, so I'm going to set up my chart of first, second, and third, in singular and plural. Okay, so fero looks like this. Fero fares, so it doesn't have a vowel, stem vowel. So fero, fares, fert. And then in the plural, it picks up a stem vowel in the first plural. Ferimus. And then it drops its stem vowel. Fertis. Then it picks up its stem vowel. Ferunt. Okay, so notice that there's a U there, right? And that looks a lot like third conjugation. In fact, fero resembles mostly a third conjugation verb with some irregularities, like fares and fert and fertis. Okay, so fero, fares, fert, ferimus, fertis, ferunt. And if we're translating, fero is just I bring, or I carry, or I bear. Fares, you bring, etc. You carry. Okay, so that was present active. Now I'm going to take you through present passive. Okay, so again, we're going to set up first, second, and third person, and singular and plural. Okay, so for the passive, it's feror, okay, just what you would expect, add an R to make the verb passive, and then ferris. This one's tricky because it has two R's there, right, and no stem vowel. So ferris, and then ferter, okay? And then in the plural, ferimer, okay, and then second plural, ferimini, okay, and then in third plural, ferunter. Okay, so feror, feris with two R's, right? Ferter, ferimer, ferimini, feruntur. And if you're translating these, feror, I am carried, okay, or I am brought, okay, or you could say I am born, as in the past tense, or passive form of to bear. Okay, so that's the present active and present passive. And then after that, it actually gets pretty regular. So imperfect looks just like third conjugation, so it would be ferre, bomb for active, and ferre, bar for passive. Future, okay, future looks like third conjugation, so first singular would be feram, and then second singular, ferace, right, feret, okay, and for future passive, it would be ferar, right, feraris, just like a third conjugation verb, ferater, okay, so in the imperfect and future, fero looks just like a third conjugation verb, just like wolo and malo and nolo, and just like fio does, okay, so a lot of these irregular verbs will look like third conjugation verbs. Okay, in the perfect is regular too, you just have to remember the principal parts, right? Fero, ferre, tuli, latum. Okay, so since we're conjugating, let's conjugate here in perfect active. Okay, so then we have to use the third principal part. Okay, so if I set up a chart with perfect active for second and third persons in singular and plural, I'm going to use the third principal part. So it's going to be tuli, tulisti, tulit, and then tulimus, tulistis, and tulerunt. Okay, and if you're translating just like you would any perfect tense verb, tuli would be I have carried, or I have brought. Okay, and same thing with perfect passive, right? So perfect passive. Okay, perfect passive. Remember the principal parts: fero, ferre, tuli, latum. Okay, now for perfect passive, I have to use the fourth principal part. So if I set up my chart again, okay, I'm going to say latus sum, latus est, latus est, lati sumus, okay, lati estis, and lati sunt. And if I translate for singular, this would be I have been, or I was carried. Okay, just got to remember that the principal parts are irregular. The present tense conjugation is irregular, but imperfect and future look like third, and then perfect, active, and passive system are, conjugated just like any other verb. You just got to remember the principal parts look different than what they should, or what you think they should. Okay, and just real quick, pluperfect. Okay, so pluperfect, right? Active would be, tuleram, tuleras, right? And then pluperfect passive would be latus eram, right? Latus eras. Okay, so you just use the fourth principal part plus the imperfect endings for some. And then future perfect, okay, so future perfect active, okay, would be tulero, tuleris, tulerit, etc. And then future perfect passive, okay, would be latus, ero, latus, eris, etc. Okay, so thanks everybody for tuning in to Fero, and see you again next time.